As bullets whistled and explosions lit up the sky, Captain Hawkins's dismissive words still echoed in Scarlett Blake's ears. "Tech work is for you, Blake. Leave the real fighting to the men." 27 years old, red-haired, green-eyed, Cambridge graduate bomb genius. But in everyone's eyes, just a lab girl. Too thin, too academic, too female. But tonight, when 15 enemy tanks thundered toward the base, when 200 soldiers faced death, Scarlett would teach them a lesson they'd never forget. The deadliest weapon isn't always the biggest gun. Sometimes the smallest explosive, in the right hands at the right time, in the right place, can kill like a god. FOB Ironforge, hidden among the mountains in eastern Afghanistan, was like a fortress. 200 elite soldiers, 15 Abrams tanks, 30 Bradley fighting vehicles. Not weak. Captain Scarlett Blake was the EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Specialist here. 5 feet 5 inches tall, thin but athletic, always in a clean ACU uniform. Red hair in a tight bun, sharp green eyes catching every detail. But no one really knew what she was. Cambridge University chemistry engineering graduate, PhD at 22. One of the U.S. Army's youngest EOD specialists. And her most dangerous skill. She didn't just neutralize explosives. She could redesign them, more lethal, more precise, more devastating versions. "Blake," Captain Marcus Hawkins's voice crackled over the radio. "Sector 7, possible IED. Check and mark." "Copy that, sir." And Blake. Hawkins's voice was as dismissive as always. "Don't play hero. Mark it. We'll handle the dangerous part." Scarlett turned off the radio, thought to herself, "Dangerous part. My entire job is the dangerous part." 36 years old, Iraq veteran, traditional mindset. Hawkins didn't object to women working technical roles. But in combat, never. No one saw Scarlett's true ability because she didn't show it. She worked quietly, hiding her brilliance, because she knew. When men feel threatened, rejection follows. 3 days later, midnight, the alarm sounded. Beep, beep, beep. "All personnel to briefing room, now." Scarlett woke, heart racing. Midnight alarms were never good news. In the briefing room, Colonel Richardson opened the map. His face was stone. "Listen up. Intelligence reports enemy armor column approaching. 15 T-90 tanks, 30 BTR, 80 APCS, approximately 500 fighters. ETA, 36 hours. Silence. Deadly silence. Captain Hawkins asked, "Anti-tank capability." 8 Javelin missiles against 15 tanks. "Air support. Sandstorm incoming. All aircraft grounded. We're alone." Scarlett raised her hand. She felt every head turn toward her. Skeptical looks. "Yes. Blake?" The colonel's voice was cold. "Sir, I can help with the armor problem." Hawkins laughed. "Blake, this is tank warfare. You defuse bombs." "Exactly, sir." "I'm an explosives expert. Tanks are just metal boxes with weak points. With proper placement, I can neutralize the entire column." "This isn't a video game, Blake. Real combat doesn't work that way." The colonel intervened. "Explain your plan, Blake." Scarlett approached the map, drew the route with her finger. "Sir, enemy column must approach through Eastern Valley. Only one route wide enough for armor. If we create choke points with explosives here, here, and here, we funnel them into kill zones. And then, we still don't have enough missiles." "We don't need missiles, sir." "Tanks have vulnerabilities, track systems, fuel tanks, ammunition storage. Precision explosives can immobilize or destroy them." Hawkins protested. "Sir, we can't rely on a tech specialist for frontline combat operations." The colonel thought, "Blake, can you actually execute this?" "Yes, sir. Give me 24 hours and access to our explosive inventory." "Sir!" Hawkins's face was bright red. "This is insanity." "So is facing 15 tanks with 8 missiles." The colonel's voice was ice. "Blake, you have 24 hours. Show me what you can do." Scarlett went crazy that night. Didn't sleep, didn't eat, just worked. In her technical tent, laptop open, chemical formulas on screen, she collected every explosive on the base. 350 pounds. C4 plastic explosive, 450 pounds, ANFO. Mixture, 500 detonators, 2 kilometers, date cord pressure plates, remote triggers, time fuses. And from these, she created 20 different weapon systems. At 3 o'clock, her hands were trembling. She was running on caffeine and adrenaline. Each bomb was mathematically perfect. Blast radius, penetration depth, fragmentation pattern, all calculated. At 6 a.m., Hawkins entered the tent and froze. Before him were 20 improvised weapons, each as sophisticated as professional military equipment. Jesus Christ, Blake, what the hell are these? Scarlett picked up a bomb. This is an anti-track mine, severs tank treads. That one is a shaped charge, armor penetration, and this is a thermobaric device. Creates overpressure inside tanks, kills crew. Hawkins examined a bomb. It was an engineering marvel. You designed all of these? In one night? Yes, sir. Each optimized for specific targets. Where did you learn this? Cambridge University, sir. PhD thesis on explosive mechanics and applied chemistry. Hawkins looked at Scarlett differently for the first time. A mixture of fear and respect. You're not just a tech, are you, Blake? Scarlett looked into his eyes. No, sir. I'm a weapon designer, just not the kind you expected. That day, Scarlett and 4 soldiers placed death traps in the valley. Every step, every placement, perfectionist precision. Choke Point Alpha, 8 anti-track mines, buried to sever tank treads, each containing 5 pounds of C4, pressure triggered. Sergeant Carter was watching. Blake, you sure these will work? Sergeant, I've calculated blast vectors, penetration angles, optimal detonation timing. They'll work. But you've never field tested them. Scarlett smiled, but her eyes were cold. Tonight is the field test. Choke Point Bravo, 6 shaped charges, positioned to penetrate tank side armor, directional energy copper penetrators. Choke Point Charlie, 4 thermobaric bombs, would kill tank crews, create overpressure wave, kill zone delta, 10 massive ANFO bombs, each 50 pounds. With coordinated detonation, entire column could be destroyed. Triple redundancy for each bomb, remote trigger, pressure plate, timed backup, nothing left to chance. Blake, the colonel said over radio. All traps set. Affirmative, sir. All explosives armed and ready. Good. Return to command center. Negative, sir. I need to be in the field. Optimal detonation timing requires manual trigger. Blake, too dangerous. Sir, I designed these systems. I know exactly when to trigger them. Remote detonation from command won't be precise enough. Hawkins intervened. Colonel, she'll be exposed. If we don't stop those tanks, everyone's exposed. Scarlett didn't argue, grabbed her equipment pack and ran into the darkness. Blake, get back here. But she had already vanished like a ghost. 22:47 hours. Scarlett was hidden at Choke Point Alpha, remote detonator in hand. Eyes on night vision goggles. Valley dark, silent. Then she felt it. Ground vibration. Distant but approaching. Engine sounds. Metal roaring. Treads crushing earth. Radio crackled. Blake. Enemy armor entering valley. 15 tanks confirmed. Scarlett slowed her breathing. Heart rate dropped. Combat mode active. Then she saw them. In the darkness, 15 giant metal monsters. T-90 tanks. Russia's most powerful armor, each 46 tons. 125mm cannon. Reactive armor. Almost invincible. Almost. First tank entering Choke Point Alpha, Carter said. Scarlett's finger on the trigger. Tank tread right over the minefield. Now. Boom. 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 8 explosions simultaneously. Night lit up like day. The shockwave shook Scarlett, ears ringing. 8 tanks' treads were severed. 46-ton monsters suddenly immobilized. Panic on tank radios. We're hit. Mines everywhere. 8 tanks down, 7 still operational. Scarlett sprinted to the second position, lungs burning, legs pumping. 7 tanks approaching choke point Bravo. Narrow pass, perfect kill zone. Right in the middle, Scarlett pulled the trigger. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. 6 shaped charges fired. Copper jet penetrators at hypersonic speed pierced tank side armor. Scarlett's design was perfect. Penetration angle optimal, jet formation perfect. Inside the tanks, disaster. Molten copper sprayed crew compartments. Ammunition cooked off. Boom. Boom. 2 tanks exploded from internal detonations. Crews abandoned remaining tanks, fleeing smoke and fire. Abandoned vehicle. Abandoned vehicle. 6 more tanks neutralized. Only 1 tank remained, but the most dangerous one. The last tank was smart. It stopped. Commander was an experienced combat veteran. Tank turrets slowly rotated, searching for Scarlett's hiding spot. Scarlett froze, held her breath, didn't move. Thermal imaging. Tank searching for her. Boom. 125mm shell exploded 30 feet away. Shockwave threw Scarlett into the air, hit the ground. Everything hurt. Ears ringing, vision blurred. Blake, get out of there. Hawkins screaming on radio. Negative. 1 more trap. Scarlett crawled. Activated the thermobaric bomb. But the tank needed to approach. Tank advanced. Cautious. Deadly. 300 feet. 200 feet. 100 feet. Tank cannon aimed. Direct line to Scarlett's position. Boom. Shell exploded 10 feet away. Dirt and rock showered Scarlett. She couldn't breathe. Partially buried. Ears bleeding. Tank 50 feet away now. Now or never. Pulled the trigger. Boom! Thermobaric explosion. First fuel vapor spread, then ignited. Massive fireball engulfed the tank. Inside, all oxygen consumed instantly, then expanded violently. Overpressure wave killed crew instantly. 15 tanks, all neutralized, but 30 BTR 80 APCS were still coming, each carrying 10 soldiers. 300 enemy infantry attacking. Blake, fall back. Infantry handles the rest. Negative. Final surprise ready. Kill zone Delta. 10 massive ANFO bombs, each 50 pounds. Total 500 pounds explosive. A PCS entered narrow valley. Perfect formation. Shoulder to shoulder. Scarlett looked at the final detonator. Single button. Would kill 300 men. Hand trembled. This wasn't theory. This was 300 lives. But they were here to kill 200 of her people. Friends, brothers, sisters. Forgive me, she whispered, pressed. 10 bombs detonated simultaneously. Boom! Explosion so powerful. Base windows shattered 3 miles away. Ground shook like earthquake. Mushroom cloud rose. Seen from 10 miles away. Valley turned into hell. 30 APCS disintegrated. Metal fragments scattered like shrapnel rain. 300 enemy soldiers. Most died instantly. Remaining fled, wounded, terrified. At base command center, everyone frozen. What? What was that? The colonel whispered. Hawkins grabbed radio, voice shaking. Blake! Blake, respond. Static. Blake! Answer me. Silence. Sir, I'm going out there. Hawkins grabbed gear. Wait! But Hawkins was already running. When Hawkins reached the kill zone, he saw apocalypse. 30 APCS, twisted metal, hundreds of bodies, burning, smoke, blood, overwhelming cordite smell. Blake, where are you? Then he saw her, behind a boulder, lying in dirt, uniform torn, face covered in soot and blood, hair disheveled, unconscious, but chest moving, breathing. Blake, Hawkins dropped beside her. You alive? Scarlett's eyes opened slowly. Weak smile. Did it work? Did it work? You just destroyed 15 tanks and 30 APCS, single-handedly. Good. That's my job. Fainted again. Hawkins lifted her, carried her back, tears streaming down his face. "I'm sorry, Blake. I'm so sorry I doubted you." 3 days later, Scarlett woke in the field hospital. Beside her, Colonel Richardson, Captain Hawkins' entire command staff waiting. "Blake," said the colonel, "welcome back." "Sir, mission status?" "Mission success. Enemy column completely destroyed. 0 friendly KIA because of you." Hawkins stepped forward, voice cracking. "Blake, I owe you an apology. And my life. We all do. Sir, I just—" "No, let me finish." Hawkins's eyes were filled with tears. "Before this, I thought you were just a tech. Someone who handled safe stuff. I was wrong. Completely wrong." The colonel spoke. "Blake, intelligence confirms you eliminated 15 main battle tanks, 30 armored personnel carriers, approximately 300 enemy combatants. With improvised explosives you designed yourself. In one night," another officer added. "Most successful defensive operation in 20 years. The colonel continued. "I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and personally requesting your promotion to captain. We need your skills at command level." Scarlett was stunned. "Sir, I'm honored, but—" "No buts. You proved something last night. Warriors come in all forms. And sometimes the deadliest weapon isn't the biggest gun. It's the person who knows exactly where and when to strike." 6 months later, Captain Scarlett Blake became lead instructor at Advanced EOD School. Her story became military legend. The red-haired demolition angel, Blake the tank killer, the Cambridge bomber. But Scarlett saw herself the same way. EOD specialist, problem solver. Just the problems were much bigger now, and the solutions much more explosive. Hawkins told her one day, "Blake, soldiers call you something now." "What, sir?" "The bombshell, because you're explosive in every way." Scarlett smiled. "I prefer the engineer. Bombshell is too Hollywood. Engineer works. After all, you engineered the most devastating defense in modern history." Scarlett Blake started as just a lab girl, but in reality, she was a demolition genius. And sometimes the deadliest weapon isn't the big gun. It's the small bomb detonated at the right time, in the right place. And sometimes salvation comes from the person you underestimated. If you enjoyed this breathtaking story, don't forget to subscribe for more.